Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today we have another special guest. Her name is Jakki Jeffs. Jakki is the Executive Director of Alliance for Life Ontario. Welcome, Jakki. Thank you for being with us today. It is an honor.
Oh, and for me too. Thank you so very much, Jessa.
I would love for you to share with our listeners who you are and what you do.
I think I'm public enemy number one, actually, in Ontario at least. But formally, I am Executive Director for Alliance for Life Ontario, which has 50 educational pro-life groups as members. And we speak on their behalf. I put conferences together. I help them in any way I can, resource-wise or with any challenges that they're having. And together we are the pro-life educational family in Ontario. We've been going since 1989, and I've held this position since 1989.
So, as we've been speaking, I understand that you guys are facing quite a challenge. I'm wondering if you can share what this challenge is.
Certainly, that we have recently wanted to rent facilities locally, one a theatre, a privately owned, and the other a museum owned by a city, and have been refused under their inclusion policies. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I do have, it does make me smile when you think, I read it in many other city policies, that the city wants to be neutral. The city has an inclusion policy, and somehow or other that excludes us. And I never, and this neutrality is just absolutely ridiculous. Neutrality would just be offering everything to anybody that asks, barring anybody that is criminal or hate crime. There's a very beautiful quote years and years ago by Elie Wiesel that I came across, and it said that neutrality does not help the oppressed, it helps the oppressor. I thought, it's so true. It really is so true. But again, it's because they're afraid of the response of the other side, and they don't want to be dealing with it. And we wanted to show unthinkable, which you would think it's unthinkable that we would have been denied, but at the present moment we have been. I have to read the policies, and I'm in the middle of doing that research just to see exactly what we can do to argue back. But it shouldn't be that a lot of my work is used up like this. My work is to help women, is to educate the public, firstly, on all life issues, but also to help our groups help women to get the information that we know they need. How does an inclusion policy exclude a group? But they do exclude us. And now what I've started to do, especially now because of the unthinkable situation, here in my city.
Stop there for a second and just delve into that a little bit more. So basically, we are saying that you have a group of people that would like to gather, pay money for the screening of Unthinkable, which is an inspiring, true story of incredible people that have realized what really is going on behind the scenes in abortion clinics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an incredible movie. And your organizations are being told, no, you are not allowed. We will not allow this movie to come to our city. Can you tell us why they're saying that?
So the one would be privately owned. So as a private owner, they have the right to yes or no things. But we haven't really had a reason. And, for our board and for our members, I think we deserve a reason, a proper reason for that to be explained to us. With Guelph Museum, it is city-owned and operated, and we've been denied space that others have been allowed to rent. And so what we're asking is we've just asked for the two policies to be sent to us, which apparently are the ones that preclude us being able to rent. Derogatory remarks have been made about the film, and research apparently was done. And so what I want to ask is, so what's the process when somebody asks you to rent that that space? Are the people or the film or the organization that is renting, are they researched? Or was this specially for us? Was this a special something for us? And over the years, what I've come, it may not be in this case, I don't know yet, but what I've come to know is that often when you have folks who will they walk under the banner of pro-choice, but the only difference between pro-life and pro-choice is the fact we don't agree with abortion. We offer all the other help is the same. We stand together on everything else except abortion. So to me, they are pro the abortion choice, not pro-choice. And what we found is that often if there is a person who is in a public situation, their private opinion on abortion colors how they treat us. And we've got some examples about that. One not too long ago with some students who were doing on their own campus what they can do, who were sort of removed by a police officer, and he was quite angry with them. And again, this is, and you can understand in some ways, if you are very much that way, not this, that you can get annoyed with people, but we live in a democracy.
Yeah.
And we are allowed. We're a democracy precisely because we allow the voices we don't like to say what they want, but what we don't like. That's what a democracy's for.
I would just like to encourage everybody that would like to see this movie set up through Guelph Alliance for Life. And so let's just quickly strategize ways that people can be encouraged and inspired to go and help get this into theater. So we're really coming to stand beside you, Jakki, and beside your team members. And so we're saying, okay, we should be able to get a film into the theater. That simple. I mean, horror movies are allowed into the theaters. Why can't this inspirational story be allowed into the theater?
If I may, I think, Jessa, it's because it shows a picture in the abortion facilities that is not one of loving and kindness and service. It's one where it appears that the workers are forced and caught and threatened and want to leave and can't leave, but need to leave. You wouldn't have had so many come out from that industry if it were a good place to be.
So we're suggesting that people can call the mayor of Guelph, right? And just have conversations, write emails, speaking love in truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so also pray. So those are ways that we're suggesting that we can be mobilized into action to come around and support you, Jakki, and your team. I know I will make my call today, and I hope many others make calls too.
Well, bless his heart, he may not know that this is going on yet because we haven't told him. But I guess it's another way to know that we have been denied so far at the Guelph City Museum.
Would also just like to encourage our listeners to support their local pro-life organizations. And if you feel led or encouraged to support Jakki in any way, please make sure to be in contact with Jakki because she definitely needs all the support she can get in every way. So Jakki, can you tell us how the best way to contact you is?
Yeah, certainly. At the moment, I'm working from home, but I have an email and I can give you a cell phone that I'd be very, very happy. And if you want to look at what we do, it's allianceforlifeontario.org. That's the website. There is a donation button on there, actually. But direct contact with me is aflo@mgl.ca or 519-820-3399. And if you have any ideas of strategy, I'm happy to listen.
I will make sure that we include those in the episode details as well. It has been a real privilege to be able to spend this time, this hour with you, Jakki, and thank you again for all of the work that you're doing for people that don't have their voices, the babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the mothers whose voice is crippled under fear and confusion and worry.
God bless you. I hope to be with you again soon one of these days. It was so wonderful to have this conversation with you. And just again, God bless you for all that you do.
And you too. And God bless everybody out there and have an absolutely beautiful Christmas time.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Really Christmas. I love it.